Coach Drew Richards, 90-60 win today over Converse, a big conference win. Just opening remarks.
Yeah, no, I mean, Converse is a really good team. I know they lost one of their key guys to injury, but they're still a really good team. Nick, their coach, Pasqua, is as good of a coach as we've got in this league. Offensively, they're a very efficient team. They know where to get the ball. I mean, like, that's all we talked about the last 2 or 3 days is you make one mistake, 2 passes away, and they're going to get a layup. And so we really emphasized that. But I thought, especially in the first half, they made some shots. Some guys made some shots that we wanted them to take, and they made them. And, you know, it was one of those things that we kind of clapped and said, hey, if that's how they're going to beat us, then that's what we'll take. But second half, I thought we buckled down. We kind of forced them into some tough shots, and we kind of got some momentum from our defense to our offense. And when we share the basketball like that, it makes a huge difference. And so I thought we really shared the ball in the offensive end, which continued to get that good energy up.
Coming out of halftime, 25-3, I think, was the run.
Yeah.
What would change from end of the first half? They'd made a little run at you, and then you guys came out so effectively there to start the second half.
You know, I just think they missed some of the tough shots they made in the first half. I mean, you guys saw some of those threes and behind screen threes and fadeaway jump shots on the baseline over a 6'7" guy. I mean, those are tough shots, and so I think they missed a couple of those, and then we capitalized on it. Got out in transition a little bit. I think we had 14 fast break points, which is pretty good for us. So the more we can get the ball at transition, the more we can share the ball in the half court, and the more we can utilize that energy from our defense, which I thought we did. You know, getting stops really energized us tonight, which that's something we've been working on all year to get that energy from our defense, and that makes our offense so much better. And so we're going to continue to try to harp on that and improve. But I was really pleased with us starting the second half better than we have a lot in the previous games this season.
Brad and Juwan, what was kind of behind the offensive efficiency there in that stretch?
Well, down the stretch, we were able to get open looks because when we threw it inside, they doubled the post, so we just moved without the ball, and we just knocked in open shots.
I say we definitely had like a lot of confidence in each other, just making sure everybody got involved, and like you said, like off-ball movement, setting everybody up.
And then you guys seem to have a lot of defensive intensity there in that run too. And I know obviously that's something you preach, but how pleased were you in how they defended for that first 6-8 minutes of the second half?
You know, I was pleased with how we defended in the first half, to be honest. And I told them that at halftime. I wasn't mad. You know, usually I go in there screaming if we're not guarding. I was like, I'm not mad about how they're scoring because they're scoring in ways that our scouting report says we want them to score. So that's our, you know, that's you can't a great offensive team like Converse, you can't take everything away. You've got to kind of allow them to do something because you can't guard everything. And so the thing I would give the guys credit for is in the second half we didn't change up our level of intensity. I thought it actually increased in the second half, which made a huge difference. So it wasn't our guys didn't get down because they made tough shots. Our guys came back out and tried to emphasize guarding and rebounding more. And, you know, I was really proud of them. And I told them in the locker room, hey, let's use this as a stepping stone. Let's not use this as a plateau. Because, I mean, there's a great team in there for 40 minutes that we're not there yet, but this was definitely a step in the right direction.
And kind of same question for the players about defensive intensity through that first part of the second half.
We know that they offense is a lot of movement, and if you caught sleeping, they could backdoor you at any time. So our focus was just picking up the intensity with ball pressure and things like that, just making them uncomfortable the best we can.
I feel like we prepared all week for it, like, and that's our identity. So, like I said, like before, I think like offense, like sometimes can get up and down, but like we stay consistent with the defense. We already know like they were gonna get a win from that for sure.
And then Elijah Cabetta just took one shot in that first half. Second half, 10 points, took plenty of shots. Was there anything different you guys designed for him, or was that maybe just the first half they were just maybe putting more pressure on him?
They kind of changed up what they were doing defensively, and I thought it affected us. And you know, same with our coaching staff. I mean, we were trying to find adjustments to what they're doing because they changed up what they had been doing the previous game. So it took us at halftime to kind of talk more about spacing and where the ball needed to go. And I thought in the second half, I mean, we didn't specifically say get the ball inside, but we talked about having a size advantage. And we don't have selfish players. I mean, Josh and Eman, they're 4 assists, 1 turnover. They can pass the ball really well. And so once we started getting the ball inside, and I think Brad and these guys naturally saw the defense collapse, and they saw, hey, they're not going to take bad shots. They're going to take good shots or they're going to kick it out. And I thought when they realized that, it really increased our efficiency offensively.
Then obviously a win is a win, but how important is it to win like this against, you know, a conference opponent, but someone you guys are both jockeying for? position in the region.
It's great now. It'll probably be much tougher when we get to their place towards the end of the year because they are a really well coached team and they're going to make adjustments. But no, I mean, I said I was very happy with the step we took. But the main emphasis was we can't be satisfied with what we did tonight because we're going to Chowan next, and Chowan is playing as well as anybody in the country is right now. And that'll be a knockdown, drag out, physical fight. And so the last thing we need is to get complacent. So I told them to enjoy, take the night off. We got tomorrow off, and then come back Monday. We got to get better and improve.
That's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.